Hi guys, and welcome back here to Drone Emotion, a channel where we do drone videos and where we cover the most relevant drone news. Today my friends, we're back here once again with breaking news and some very exciting, and that is because guys, it looks like the DJI Mavic 3 was just spotted in production and the images were leaked. In today's video we have all of the leaked images for the DJI Mavic 3 in production, as well as we have an update on what's going on with the camera, as well as the new specs that this new drone will be having, and of course the release date at the end, guys. Today's video is going to be packed with very exciting information and you don't want to miss out on today's video, guys. It's going to be very exciting to say the least. But before we get started, if you're new to the channel, welcome here, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, because in this channel we will always be the first ones to bring you the latest drone news no matter what. So you want to be on top of the latest drone news, hit that subscribe button. And also I want to give a huge thank you to everyone who have gotten to our first goal of 5,000 subscribers. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed to the channel so far. But with that goal being met, we propose a second one, and that is the 10,000 subscriber goal, which we're really not that far away from, guys. So if you're watching today's video and you're not subscribed to the channel yet, I invite you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button and join the Drone Emotion family, so you can help us get to that goal, which we're really not that far away from. Plus you get to be on top of the latest drone news, guys. So with that being said, why don't we go ahead and dive right into today's video, which is going to be extremely exciting to say the least. Well, my friends, if you watched last week's video, you'll remember that we gave you a production update on the DJI Mavic 3, and our sources said that the DJI Mavic 3 had already started production, and that was last week. Now, just today, guys, we have the images of the DJI Mavic 3 that were leaked in production, and it's going to be very exciting. We have these images thanks to guys over at Drone Excel, so a huge props to them for finding these images, guys. So why don't we go ahead and take a look at what we have. So this image is the Mavic 3 in the production stages. So right here in screen, guys, there we have it, guys. Wow, that's all I have to say. Wow. First thing that we can see is that matte black colorway, that matte black painting on the drone, which I personally love. I really think that they should do more matte black drones, just like the Obsidian Black Phantom 4 Pro. But I mean, it looks really good. Now, what are the first things that we can see, guys? The first thing that we can see are those double cooling openings. And we immediately remember this from the early drawings that we shared with you guys a month ago, which we're going to go ahead and share with you in just a second. Now, we have not seen a double air intake on any DJI drone till this point, and it looks like the DJI Mavic 3 will be the first one to do so. Now, we have air coolings on the sides and on the top of the drone, which this will help in order to cool down the drone. Now, second thing that we see is the battery, guys. The battery will not be loaded like a normal Mavic 2 Pro, Mavic 2 Zoom, Mavic Pro, or even a Mavic Air 2, which they just load up from the top, just like so, guys. So the Mavic 3 will not be loading batteries that way, and that is because they will be loaded just like what we did on the Phantom 4 and on the Autel Evo 2. So that will be the way in which we're going to be inserting the batteries. Now, we did had a drawing, some drawings thanks to the guys over at Tilt's Drone last week, which were leaked, and those images match completely with what we're seeing right here. So let's go ahead and take a look at those images, guys. There we have those images. So from that we can see that they clearly match what we're seeing right here with that image that got leaked from the DJI Mavic 3 in production. Now, that there you can clearly see that the battery will be loaded the way the Autel Evo 2 battery is loaded. So definitely that does mean that DJI probably is doing this because you're going to be fitting a bigger battery in this drone, therefore giving us a much better flight time than the previous 31 minutes on the DJI Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom. Now, we can clearly see the front of the drone, and those little gills at the back, they clearly match with the picture that we just showed you guys. Now, let's go ahead and talk about what else do we see. Now, in the middle of the drone, right on the top, I'm gonna go ahead and show the picture. Once again, we see a little hole in the Mavic 3. We're gonna tell you what that could possibly be right here on the screen, guys. There we have it once again, and right there in the middle, in the top of the drone, we see a little hole. What looks to be like a little tiny screw hole, but that's not it, guys. This suspicious little hole is speculated to be a water dust proofing, and of course it's been patented earlier from DJI, guys, but this still nothing confirmed, but that is what this could very well be. Now let's talk about the previous picture or drawing, a sketch that we got about a month back from the guys over at Drone Excel, that was drawn from someone that actually saw the drone before actually went into production, and there we can clearly see the full camera drawn out. Now in the picture that we showed you is just the shell of the drone, so the arms have not yet been installed. We can only see this part of the drone. Now we unfortunately cannot see the camera, but the drawing or sketch that I'm just about to show you matches perfectly with the image that we just got. So let's go ahead and take a look at that sketch, guys, right here on screen. There we have it. So we can clearly see that the sketch clearly matches the image that we just got today from the Mavic 3 in production. So I mean, this looks really interesting. Now let's talk about the first thing that we see. We see that big chunky camera, and this looks to be like a shrunk down version of what we find on the Inspire, which is the Zenmuse cameras. Now according to CTLB, we have also received confirmation that DJI is working on interchangeable lenses for their Mavic 3, guys. So very likely, extremely likely, that we're going to be seeing interchangeable lenses in the Mavic 3, guys. So I think that's the least we can expect at this point from the Mavic 3. Now what else do we see? We see the sensors right here in the front, the obstacle avoidance sensor. What we don't see is the upward obstacle avoidance, and that's quite interesting because we see right here, guys, another opening for cooling. So another cooling for opening. Now we don't see in any part of the drawing or sketch that we just showed with you the upward obstacle avoidance that was found previously right here in the back of the drone in the Mavic 2 Pro and the Mavic 2 Zoom. Now that leaves the question, where in the world is DJI going to be placing the upward obstacle avoidance as well as the back, because we don't see any kind of sensors. Here's my prediction, guys. I think that the upward obstacle avoidance as well as the backwards are going to be fitted onto the arms of the drone. So most likely we can, I'm hoping, or at least I'm speculating right now, that those sensors are going to be found on the top part of the arms. Now what about the backward sensors that are previously found right here? We don't see anything right there. I'm gonna go ahead and show you once again that picture. There we don't see any kind of backward obstacle avoidance sensors, guys. So that leaves the question, where are they going to be placed? Here's my prediction. I think DJI is going to be placing them right here on the back arms of the drone. So that's where most likely those sensors are going to be placed, guys. Now what else can we see from that picture or sketch that we just showed you, guys? Well, we see a lot of air scoops. Now one other thing is the possible placement of side sensors. Well, it's going to be located, guys, right here in the drone. Now that's pretty much everything that we have so far, and also thanks to guys over at Drone Excel, once again we have received confirmation that DJI is currently working on an 8K camera, and it will be using an Umbrella 3 processor. So can you imagine that, guys? Interchangeable lenses with an 8K camera and an Umbrella 3 processor. I mean, guys, that would just be absolutely mind-blowing. So that's all of the info that we have so far on the DJI Mavic 3. I think that picture is pretty legit, guys. I think this is definitely the Mavic 3 in production. I think there's no doubt about that. It matches perfectly with the previous sketch that we had seen before, and now we get that real world picture. I think This is legit, guys. Now I want to finish off talking about release date. When will this drone be released, guys? There's no doubt that Mavic 3 will be happening this year. Now the question is, when will it be releasing? Well, we have received confirmation, guys, that the Mavic 3 is scheduled to be released sometime between Q3 and Q4 of this year. Now everything right now is pointing towards September or October, so expect the Mavic 3 between fall of this year. So we're really not that far away from seeing this new Mavic 3, which is definitely going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to change the way we see drones moving forward, guys. So I'm pretty excited for this new DJI drone. As soon as we have any more new info, leaks, images, or anything regarding this new DJI product, we're going to keep you guys updated. That's all I have for all of you today. Thanks for watching, and see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Drone Emotion, signing out.